I don't know about you guys, but when I was in college, I never had to eat those instant ramens like you peasants. Since my father gave me a small loan of $1 million, I could afford to eat all the caviar and lobster anytime and any day I wanted.
And not everyone grew up rich like you, man. I'm still trying to pay off my college loans from 1965. I can barely afford to buy some ramen.
There's no way you have it that bad, Joe. You're the goddamn president and you're broke? What kind of shit is that?
You know, my college days were filled with canned beans and stale bread, so I understand the struggle, Joey.
Canned beans and stale bread? What a loser! You definitely smelled like refried beans every day of your life. How sad.
Hey now, don't be too hard on him, Donnie. We've all had our struggles in college. George probably had to eat all those canned beans and stale bread so he can afford tuition.
Speaking of tuition, if any of you guys can be a good Samaritan and lend me a few $1 million for my college tuition, that would be very, very helpful.
I'm sorry, Joey. Laura would get mad and probably ground me again if I gave out money like that.
Joe, how are you going to be 80 years old still asking for help with your tuition? You shouldn't have wasted all your money on all those ice cream stands and vending machines in the damn White House.
Oh, of course Sleepy Joe spends all his money on stupid ice cream. But you know what's the best part about all this, though? When I get elected and win in 2024, all those ice cream stands and vending machines in the White House will be all mine.
No. They are not going to be yours, you big fat piece of bacon. We all know I'm going to win, so shut it, you deformed mango.
Joe, let's be real. You're not even going to make it to see the next election. You might want to start looking into nursing homes and bingo halls to spend the rest of your time here.
Hey, can we stop, please? Even though Joey might be as old as sliced bread, I can relate to being broke and living in the trenches, too.
Oh, don't give me that, George. What does a white man like you know about living in the trenches? You see, back when I was just a jit in Honolulu, I had to sling mad kush in Pop-Tart boxes just to buy some instant ramen packets. You don't know shit about the struggle.
You see, Donald? Even the presidents can be broke too. And Barry, if I lived in Hawaii back then, I would have traded you all my ramen for all your dank boxes of Pop-Tarts. Man, I gotta tell Kermit about this.
Enough of all this peasant talk. No wonder why you're broke, Joe. You hang out with that washed-up toad and waste all your money on those drugs.
Hey, Kermit isn't a toad, he's a frog, okay? And he just needs a friend since Miss Piggy and him are going through a divorce.
Wait, what the hell, Joey? You're hanging out with Kermit? Like the Kermit? Hey-ho, Kermit the Frog here. From the Muppets? Since when was this a thing?
Bruh, is Joe's dementia contagious? Because I already told you about Kermit. It's a complete shit show with them two. Joe started popping perks and sipping lean because of him.
I thought Kermit was a star and a very successful man. Oh, I mean a successful frog. What the hell happened to Kermit?
Who cares about Kermit and his sad amphibian life? He's just a stupid fake.
You want to finish that sentence, Air Force One?
Damn
This
toad.
amphibian will beat your ass and show Melania what this tongue can do.
Kermit, they were bullying me again. Can you please kick Trump's ass for me?
Stop with your fake news, Sleepy Joe. No one was bullying your sorry ass.
Hey, what's up, Kermit? I was hearing that you've been really going through it lately, huh?
Don't worry, Joey, I'll kick the orange's ass later, but what's good, Mr. Yeehaw? I heard some pretty crazy things about you, that apparently you're a big fan of making Jenga towers fall.
What?
Oh, shit.
You know what? I actually might be able to tolerate Kermit.
Did you really just say that, Kermit? Why does everybody always bring that up? Just stop it, please.
Maybe it's because that's what everybody ever remembers about you, Georgie. Sorry, man, I just had to do it to you.
Don't be sorry. That was a good one, my little Kermy wormy.
But like you said earlier, George, I really have been going through it lately. I lost all my Muppets money because of Trump.
Wait, what?
Wait, Kermit, you knew Donnie back then? What the hell?
You best not say a word about what we're both thinking right now, Kermit.
At this point, I have nothing to lose. I knew him back in the day during my tadpole days, and I trusted him with my money since he's a businessman, right?
Oh no, Kermy, why would you do that? I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, I know, Joey, but I gave Orange Toupee control of the Muppets funds, and little did I know that he ended up using all of our money to fund his projects like building flamboyant, flashy casinos that went bankrupt and buying a shit ton of hair gel. Then all of us Muppets were left with absolutely nothing.
Well, that's all your fault, Kermit. You didn't read the fine print in the contracts properly, did you? You should have never given me all your money, you damn pond dweller.
Bro, he's a damn frog. For Christ's sake, Donnie. What's he supposed to do?
Oh my gosh, Kermit, that sounds terrible, man. I mean, Frog, if I might ask, what happened next?
Well, I had to get creative. I went around to all of the other Muppets and asked them to chip in. Miss Piggy gave me her entire collection of pearls, Gonzo sold his prized collection of toilet plungers, and Fozzie even gave me his lucky banana peel.
A collection of toilet plungers? What the hell?
Yeah, even I don't know, man, but we were able to scrape together enough money to keep us afloat, but that still wasn't enough, so we had to make some, sacrifices.
Sacrifices? Wait, did you have to kill your Muppet friends?
No, don't be ridiculous, Joey. Back when we performed at kids' birthday parties, we'd steal their birthday cards to jack all the money inside them and also force the parents to give us their credit cards. We raked in bands from those chumps.
Jesus, Kermit. So not only are you a junkie, but you're a thief too? I'm calling the FBI right now to catch your little...
No. Why did you have to bring up the FBI? Donald, you know Kermit doesn't like it when we talk about the feds. They've been after him for the past 10 years.
Yeah, isn't he on the FBI's most wanted list?
Do I look like I care? I'm glad he hopped away from my VC.
Man, I feel bad for Kermit. He really has been through a lot.
Man, I was going to ask Kermit for some money to help pay off my college tuition, but I guess I can't anymore. Looks like it's back to cooking up ramen in the Oval Office.
Well, speaking of ramen, fellas, we should talk about our favorite flavors of ramen since there's so many to choose from.
Really, George? Talk about that cheap crap?
You shouldn't be talking Donnie McDonald. No wonder why you like McDonald's so much. Ronald McDonald basically has the same name as your fat ass.
I'll have you know that Ronald McDonald is a great man that makes fantastic food.
You know, I'd much rather eat a packet of ramen than McDonald's. So that's not a bad idea, George. Let's rank these ramen.
Cool, let's start off with chicken ramen since this one's a classic.
We all know Obama's gonna like this one, obviously.
Yo, you better cool it, Donnie, before I bring back Kermit so he can actually beat your ass. Chicken ramen is OG and you can never go wrong with this one.
I agree, Barry, but it's nothing too special and gets old pretty fast.
Kind of like you, huh, Joey?
Really, man?
But this flavor reminds me of the chicken pot pies Mother used to make on those warm Texas nights.
This doesn't even taste like chicken. What kind of crap is this supposed to be when it can't even nail the damn flavor?
Hey, put some respect on this packet of ramen. It's a nice flavor and tastes even better when you squeeze in a lime and add some hot sauce.
Oh, do you also add an egg into yours too?
Oh, yeah.
It's actually really good with one. Just let the egg boil along with the noodles and you'll have yourself one hell of a lunch.
See, that's the thing. You have to add a bunch of other stuff to make chicken ramen not so bland. I think it's a good flavor, nothing more, nothing less.
Beef ramen, on the other hand, is only slightly better than chicken. I can actually taste the beef in this one, and I don't mind it too much.
Beef is my go-to flavor. The taste is way more bold than chicken, especially the taste of the broth too. It's a solid packet for sure.
That beef broth tastes wonderful, I'll tell you. You could give me just a whole bowl of that broth and I'll slurp it all up.
Yeah, kind of like what you did with Dick Cheney, huh, George?
Fuck you, Trump. You spend more time with Mike Pence than Melania, and we all know why.
You guys can't make fun of me, since my vice president is a fine shawty.
No, the hell she isn't, Joey. You gotta get your damn eyes checked. That nefarious smile of hers is faker than your dollar store Ray-Bans.
Hey, how could you tell they're fake? I had to get cheap knockoffs because that college tuition's been kicking my ass for decades.
Enough talk about your dumb glasses. We have stupid ramen to rank.
I think this is a god-tier flavor. Definitely one of the best tasting ramen, for sure.
Next up, we got pork, and it's certainly not as good as beef. It's more or less a worse tasting version of the beef flavor, in my opinion.
I don't like this ramen at all. Only because Kermit doesn't like this one since Miss Piggy despises it and says this is made out of her family.
But aren't they going through a divorce, though?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, next time Kermit's in here, I'll show him a picture of bacon and eggs on a plate.
Hey, watch it, Donnie. Even though Miss Piggy and Kermit have their differences, he still loves her.
Ain't nobody care, Joe.
I'll even go to the state fair and buy some fried frog legs, then send a picture of them to Miss Piggy saying I'm eating Kermit.
Ha! That'll be a good one, George.
You guys are so mean to Kermit. He did nothing wrong. He's just trying to live his life and find himself again.
Blah, blah, blah. Can we agree that this pork ramen is mid, though?
Hey, I love pork, though, Barry. You can never go wrong with pork rinds.
But we're not talking about pork rinds, are we now?
I agree. Let's put this bag of ramen in the mid-tier.
All right, now we have a way better flavor next, which is soy sauce, or formerly known as Oriental.
Oh, so that's where Oriental went? They just changed the name to soy sauce?
I was always wondering what kind of flavor Oriental was supposed to be, but now I know.
I actually don't mind this flavor. I feel like this is the odd one out in terms of taste, but I think it's good for that reason.
I love this flavor. This is the one Melania makes me every time she comes over.
What the hell? Why in God's name would Melania be coming over to see your old ass?
Ah, shit. I shouldn't have said anything.
Bro, Joey, why are you still messing with Melania after that time you and Kermit both hit that? You really need to stop hanging out with Kermit, man. He's a bad influence on you.
Chill out, Barry. I'll be fine. I gotta have my fun before that expiration date, you know?
No, I'd run you over with my tractor if you did that type of shit to my wife, Joe.
First you take my presidency. Now you're stealing my chef. I'm gonna have a long talk with Melania about this.
Let's just rank this damn soy sauce ramen already. I think it might be God tier. The taste on this ramen is amazing.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. It's a surprisingly good tasting ramen. I say it's God tier.
Moving on to the shrimp flavor. This one is just awful.
What?
Who needs this cheap shrimp flavor when you can get a gourmet lobster meal with actual grilled shrimp?
We're not talking about gourmet food, you spoiled brat. For once in your life, can you just enjoy a poor man's food, Donnie?
Donnie will never learn, but this shrimp ramen is incredible though. Whenever Michelle makes a grocery run, I always tell her to grab a full box of these.
They got the shrimp flavor just right with this. It's not too fishy tasting to the point where you'll spit it out.
You all are more brainless than a traffic cone.
And you're just as orange as a traffic cone, so shut the fuck up, pal.
Haha, good one, George. I'm sure we all don't care what Trump says, so shrimp ramen is going to the good tier.
The next flavor is chili, and not gonna lie, boys, this one's too spicy for me. I went to the emergency room one time after taking just a bite of a single noodle.
Bro, there's actually no way.
My God, you really are an ancient artifact, Joe.
Are you guys actually surprised with how weak Sleepy Joe is? There's a reason why he's so sleepy all the time.
I'm sorry, guys, it's just from all the Perk 30s and lean I've been sipping with Kermit.
I'm disappointed in you, Joe. If I ever run for president again, you're not going to be my vice president.
No, sorry, I'll stop, Barry.
That's what you get, Joe. How the hell can you not handle a little bit of spice? This chili ramen isn't even that spicy. Besides that, it's honestly a bad flavor in my opinion.
This ramen has nothing going for it. The taste is atrocious, and there's a reason why I never see it sold out when Melania and I go grocery shopping.
Yeah, you do have a point. I always do see a shit ton of these left on the shelf alone.
I'm putting this in the awful tier just so it doesn't land me in the ER again.
Moving on to lime chili shrimp. How could you not like this one? It's better than shrimp in every way. The lime and that spicy kick provide a delightful contrast that satisfies my palate every time.
Palate? Really? What are you, Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay would hate us for eating instant ramen. He would rank every single flavor beyond awful.
I think it would be pretty cool if we invite him to our server so he can make some tier lists with us.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, only if he makes me some of that lamb sauce.
Let us know in the comments if you want to see Mr. Ramsay in our server. Also, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to subscribe for more tier lists like this.
Barack over here with his pity promotion again. What were we even talking about anyways?
Hey, look who's getting dementia now. We're ranking lime chili shrimp, and just like the last one, I just can't eat this or it's game over.
You're really missing out, Joe. Why do you have to be so damn old?
You're literally 76 years old. You and Donald are both catching up to Joey over here.
Don't remind me of my age. I'm far from resembling a walking corpse like Sleepy Joe.
You know, I'm really getting sick of these old jokes being thrown at me. It's getting old, you guys.
Yeah, not as old as you, though.
George, you serious? Really, nigga?
My bad, bro.
Let's just finish ranking these ramen. This lime chili shrimp ramen is not half bad. It's definitely better than the original shrimp flavor.
I agree, it's far superior and it deserves to be at God tier.
Picante chicken is our next ramen flavor, and thankfully this isn't as spicy as the others.
And it's not as good as the others either. This one tastes like you boiled the noodles in sewer water.
The taste is so bland and disappointing. The packet instructions have more personality than this sorry excuse for a meal.
Honestly, I think prison food is way better than eating this.
All right, looks like we're putting this in awful tier then. Now, what do you boys think about creamy chicken ramen?
What is this? This tastes like something the Chinese would come up with. Disgusting.
Actually, this is a Japanese brand, Donald. But I agree with you, it's pretty gross.
It reminds me of the time I had to eat hospital food. It was all mushy and disgusting.
What? Y'all are tripping. The noodles actually have an amazing texture, and the broth is great in this one.
Hell no. That weird creamy texture is disgusting, George.
I don't understand why anyone would eat this. I only eat the best food, and this is not it.
Donald, you know what they say, you are what you eat. And based on your behavior, you must eat a lot of garbage.
Come on, Barry, let's not insult the man's diet. I'm sure he eats plenty of steak and ketchup.
Speaking of ketchup, I wonder if this ramen would taste better with some on top.
Ketchup? On ramen? You must be high, Barack.
Actually, I think he might be onto something. Maybe adding ketchup will cool down those spicy ramens we ranked earlier.
You guys are most definitely bugging. Let's just get back on track. I'll just compromise and throw the creamy chicken on mid, even though they deserve God tier.
Finally, we have roast beef, and I gotta say, I like this flavor more in those cup of noodles than in these packets.
Oh, I forgot about those. Man, I fuck with those cup of noodles more, actually. Especially since they have those little cute pieces of beef in them.
Really, Joe? Are you seriously calling food cute?
I think we really need to find a senior citizen home for Joey to live out his final days in.
Anyways, let us know in the comments if we should rank the cup of noodles for part 2.
Or maybe we could even rank different instant ramen brands.
Well, back to it, guys. What's even the difference between roast beef and regular beef ramen?
Roast beef is more punchy compared to regular beef. I feel like you can taste a lot more with this one.
Honestly, I definitely think it deserves to be God tier alongside the regular beef flavor.
Well, finally, that's the finished tier list. And before I'm the last one in the VC, I'm out of here. Oh, come on! I didn't even finish my sentence.
What in the bloody hell is this tier list of abysmal fucking food? And where's the lamb sauce?